I'm a deacon in the Episcopal Church. I work at St. John's Norwood Episcopal Church right here in Bethesda. And before I became a deacon in 2018, I worked for 30 years in the U.S. State Department. But it was in my capacity as the deacon at St. John's. I handle all the social justice and community engagement work for my church. And it was in that capacity that I met this wonderful organization I'm going to speak to you about today, Project Rozana. But it was in the context of a broader effort that we have undertaken over recent years to really work interfaith and to work for peace. And the Holy Land, as we call Israel Palestine, the Holy Land is sacred to us too. And everyone in the Holy Land, all the peoples of the Holy Land, are our siblings. So if there's a role for us in supporting what's going on in these communities to build peace, we want to be as active as possible in it. So that's why I'm delighted that Project Rozana asked me to join their board. I'm not a direct manager of this organization, I'm on the board, and I want to acknowledge Judy Schneider, sitting right here in the front row, who's also a member of the Project Rozana board. I hope you'll be inspired by the work of this organization as we have been by the work of all of yours. So Project Rozana is an international not-for-profit that promotes access to quality health care through joint initiatives between Israelis and Palestinians, building bridges of understanding and relationships between Israelis and Palestinians through its programs and laying the foundation for peace. I know that sounds familiar because that's what we heard in the first symposium Araba Institute does at Fieldbait and many other organizations. Let me tell you the story of how Rozana International was founded in 2013. A little girl who was 4 years old fell off a balcony in her home in Ramallah, and her mother saw she was grievously injured, and that the Palestinian healthcare system was not going to be able to deal with her injuries. So she worked with friends of hers in Israel, Jewish friends of hers, and she was taken to Hadassah Hospital. They were able to get her there in time, and she was saved. And today I think she's a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, thriving and doing really well. And the relationships and collaboration that went into saving that one young girl's life inspired people in Australia, a gentleman named Rob Finkel, among others, to say, why can't we take that concept and scale it and build relationships between Israelis and Palestinians around healthcare, which is a basic human need. And the people who get involved in healthcare are incredibly empathetic people, and there's people who need quality healthcare in Israel-Palestine. So that is how Project Rozana came into being. It's a story that inspired me when I heard about this organization to want to support it. And today, it's a multi-ethnic, multi-faith team of about 8 people who work on the ground in Israel and Palestine, and they're supported by national entities in Australia, Canada, Germany, the UK, and the US. I'm involved with Project